And I'm live in the building, man, as I spill drink all on my shirt. Very irresponsible, but that's that good. It's that Kool-Aid. It's that good laid. You know what I mean? That Lulade. You feel me? Just enough sugar. Right above diabetes. You feel me? But yo, man, what's up with you guys? It's your boy West Coast. If you got diabetes, stay away from this cup. That's all I'm saying. And we live in the building. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing, man? Let me make sure we is up on all social media platforms. We should be up on all social media platforms. This is my late night show. I had we had a lot of stuff that happened today, so I figured it made sense for us to go back live for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So here we are, man, here to bring you guys some content, man. And let's get this thing popping. Let's get it started. You feel me? So let's go. As you guys already know, as West Coast goes live, there's two things you guys must do. First thing you must always do is you must hit that share button. So I need every single person right now that is watching. I need every single person right now that is watching to hit that star button, man. Hit that star button for the kid. Hit it, 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 hit that star button. You feel me? I'm gonna just use that right there as mine. What's up with Joseph Warren? I see you. What's up, Mozorilla? What's up, my boy? I see you, boy. See you out there in the comment world. I see you, boy. Who else we got up in here, man? If you haven't already, make sure you guys hit that share button. Make sure you guys hit that star button. Who else we got up in the building? Let's see who we got up in here, man. It's your boy West Coast, man. The coast with the most is with the coasters. Let's turn on these real quick. On these notifications. There we go. Bing a bing bing. All right, now we got live broadcaster up. What's up, Thomas? What's up, my boy? Appreciate you for tapping in, Thomas. Who else we got up in here? Shout out to Mo. What's up with you, Thomas? Craig, I see you, Craig. Shout out to Miss Renee. I see you, Miss Renee, in the building. Appreciate you. All right, everything should be on. Everything should be on. We got one person watching on YouTube. We'll probably get a couple more people following in a little bit. Facebook is coming strong right now. Appreciate you guys. Craig's okay. Let's go through this. Let's go through this SS. So you guys already know whenever West Coast goes live, there's two things you guys must do. First thing you must do is always you must hit that share button. So I need everybody right now to hit that share button. I need everybody right now to hit that share button. Hit that share button for the boy. Hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it. All right. Next thing I need you to do is whenever West Coast goes live, he says West Coast popping out, the reels. Appreciate you, my boy. Nelly, what's up with you, Nelly? Next thing I need you guys to do is whenever West Coast goes live, there's these things called stars. What are stars? And super chats. Super chats and stars are simply a way that you can show the content creator, who is a content creator, your boy West Coast, that you guys appreciate and that you guys support the content. So if you appreciate and you support the content, then make sure you guys hit that star button. Make sure you guys hit it to let you hit the star button to support the content so that the content grows. You feel me? So yes, let's go. Let's go. We got two people watching on YouTube. Everybody's falling in, looks like. All right, so let's go. So what's up with you, Thomas? What's up with you, Renee? What's up with you, Fabian? What's up with you, Mo? Appreciate you, Mo. Appreciate you for tapping in. Who else we got up here? Orlando. What's up with you, Orlando? Appreciate you, sir. Who else we got? Orlando, hit that star button. April. Lonnie Cabal. What's up, Lonnie? Appreciate you for tapping in. Hit that star button, my guy. Appreciate you. I think we got Joe Trantrina in the building somewhere. I don't see him, but I know he out there somewhere. Who else we got up in here? Joseph Warren. Craig, what's up with you, Craig? Appreciate you. I ain't gonna forget about you, Craig. Appreciate you for your 1,000 shares that you always faithfully get a kid. Appreciate you, man. Content has grown greatly because of you and your shares, so I appreciate you. Brian Kite, what's up, boy? Appreciate you. I see you up in there, Brian Kite. Okay, man. Okay. Henny said he gonna be up in here in a little bit, so we'll see what he get up in here. But until then, man, you stuck with your boy West Coast. Let's get it. What's up with you, 11 Lopez J? Whoa! Yes. Wow. What's up with you, Suave Lewis? That's some hey, that's some good goddamn Kool-Aid right there, boy. That's some good job, baby. High five. That's some goddamn good Kool-Aid right there, boy. What's up, Jose Lopez? What's up, boy? Yes, Sirski. Ibit, and it's blue. Look at this, and it's blue. You can't even see that, but and it's blue. So, yo, what's up, Joseph? Hey, so let's get to it. So, yo, Alfred says, are you boys done making moves, or do they think they're going after Jones or S. Diggs from Buffalo? What's up with you, April? Appreciate you. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about some content for a little bit. Tony Romo Mo back in the house. Tony Romo Mo is in the back. Hey, I said, hey, that came off real smooth. What's up, Nathan Larkin? What up, boy? I see you, homie. What it do, boy? I see you, man. Yeah, I know that. I thought I saw you. I seen that green shirt. What's up, boy? He the only Cowboy fan that look good in green. You feel me? I ain't gonna lie, Nathan. I look good in green too, though. You feel me? Like there's 2 Cowboy fans that look good in green. Me and you. You feel me? All right. Who else we got over here? Terrence G Mac. What's up, Ada? Where you wearing that hat? I know you really ripping that last name, Mackey Jr. I see you, boy. Matt Batten. What's up, Matt Batten? You supposed to send me your address so I can send you a run the damn ball hat. Crazy ass Matt. What the hell wrong with you, Matt? Send me your goddamn address so I can get you a hat out. I need your crazy ass wearing a run the damn ball hat. You gonna wear it everywhere. I know you gonna wear it everywhere. Mess around, be on the cover of the first page news with a run the damn ball hat on. What up with you, Derek Grimsley? What's up, boy? I see you, man. Over there on YouTube. You send me your address? So I'm tripping, Matt? Oh, snappers. Matt's, hey, send it to me again just so I know I'm tripping. You know what I'm saying? And when you send it to me again, I'm going to be like, dang, Matt, I was tripping. I'm going to send you a hat tomorrow. What color you want, blue or black? Let me know. You know what? I might have actually sent you a hat because I did send out like 15 hats today. So I might be talking out of my bottom right now because I might have actually sent you a hat because I remember talking to you in my inbox today. What's up, Rolu? Hey, DeQuintus Hampton, what's up, boy? That sounds familiar, huh? We both looked at each other like, wait, time out. we know a DeQuintus. Gonna owe me $40. Yeah, you mean? Matter of fact, if that is Quan, if that's you, give my damn $40. Huh? You talked to him yesterday? You got him a gift for the baby? Even though he owed me $40. See, I'm going to tell you this right now. When y'all be trying to talk about Zeke coming back, that's the prime example right there. That's why Zeke can't come back. You want to know why? Because how y'all trying to do more with Zeke and y'all owing money? Zeke can never be able to come back for the Dallas Cowboys. Once they let you go, it's gone. I don't even know why we're talking about that. That was a crazy question, but I answered it anyway. Y'all could know Zeke is real close to my heart, so I gave y'all a free one. What's up, Ray? He says, all right, let's get to the content, man. So, Dalton Schultz did sign with the Houston Texans. He signed with a Texan team, did not look at the contract and realize that it said Texans at the top and not Cowboys at the top. So he is no longer a Dallas Cowboy. And I'm going to tell you this right now. I am kind of weird about this. Shout out to Matt with the $5 super chat. And shout out to everybody with the 600 stars over there, man. We're trying to get to 2,000. We need to get to 2,000. I bought my tickets to get to the draft. I bought my airplane ticket to get to the draft last week. I'm gonna be paying for my room for me, landlord and HCM. We should be paying for our room this week, and then a week after that, we be paying for the rental car, and then we in that beach. You feel me? But I'm out there. You feel me? We all gonna be out there. It's gonna have a good time, bringing you guys content like nobody else can do it. You feel me? So Dalton Schultz is gone, and a lot of you guys listen to me. Between y'all two, who do you like? Ferguson more, or do you like Hendershot more? And I'm going to tell y'all this, for the most part, y'all all going to say something different. And the reason being is because of this right here. Because neither one of those guys has done enough to separate themselves. Now, I'm not saying that it can't be, but I'm just saying as of right now, today, on March 20th, 2023, neither one of them has done enough to separate themselves, or neither one of them has done enough to make you feel confident about their abilities to do everything that Dalton Schultz was able to do next year. They were not. So what does that leave the Dallas Cowboys? Do you think they draft for tight end in the first round? Me personally, I don't think so. I don't think so. Reason why I don't believe so is because you got to think about it like this. If you don't value a tight end who's already at what you want a guy to draft, why would you then go draft that guy in the first round? Doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't make sense. So what do I think the Cowboys are going to do with tight end position? I think they're going to bring in an older vet, keep it real, for like cheap. That's what I believe is going to happen. I think over the next like week or so, they're going to bring in a older veteran, not even an older veteran, an older guy, or at least a guy that they consider a veteran. And they're going to bring him in, and he's probably going to play for about $4 million. That's what I believe. Because I'm going to tell you this right now. Dalton Schultz got and I'm going to tell you this right, something else that also by Dalton Schultz going to the Houston Texans for $9 million. You know what that also proves? That the Dallas Cowboys was wrong last year in franchise tagging Dalton Schultz. I said last year that the Dallas Cowboys could have gave him a 3-year deal for like $24 million. You know what I'm saying? He would have been $8 million a year, $1 million cheaper than what you have right now, and you would still have the cap, and you would still have the position, the player to prove. Cowboys didn't choose to do that. I'm going to tell you this right now. If you're Tony Pollard, you should be pushing for a deal because Dalton Schultz just showed you that the franchise tag doesn't mean anything. Just because the Cowboys franchise tag you does not mean they're going to give you a contract the next year. Whoa. So Tony Pollard, I hope your ass is paying attention because that franchise tag doesn't mean anything. The only thing the franchise tag means for the Dallas Cowboys is basically their way of saying, we want you and we don't want nobody else to have you for a year. They're like the Dallas Cowboys are literally abusing the franchise tag right now. Like they're literally abusing the franchise tag. And I'm going to tell you this right now, it's crazy because you save money on, you obviously will save money because you don't sign Dalton Schultz. You just restructured Brandon Cooks' contract, so now he's only costing $4 million against the books. Dallas Cowboys, what is stopping you guys from signing Trevon Diggs? What's stopping you? I want to know, what is stopping you now from signing Trevon Diggs? You have money. You have money. You have money. And I'm going to tell you this right now. With having money, that gives you the ability to have options in the spend. Someone said 19 receptions, 2 touchdowns last year, limit times. That doesn't give you, listen to me. Those are not 19 touchdowns and 19 receptions and 2 touchdowns is not good enough to take a whole starting tight end away. Y'all are smoking crack, bro. Like if you're impressed, Dalton Schultz had that in the playoffs, and you're impressed with that for a whole season. Like, that's the foolishness that I be talking about, man. Now, I'll tell you, Dalton Schultz had that in the playoffs, and you'll be like, oh, yeah, but that doesn't matter because they had it in 17 games, and I feel good about it. That makes no damn sense. Dalton Schultz had almost 100 and something yards in 2 games and 3 touchdowns in the playoffs, and y'all have no problem walking him off. But you're excited about 19 receptions and 2 touchdowns in 17 freaking games. That is backwards. I can't get jiggy with that. I'm sorry. I can't get jiggy with that. Let's see if this works.
I can't get jiggy with that.
You know what I mean, man? That works. I don't know why these samples don't work, though. Yo. You feel me? I don't know why these don't. I don't know. I'm about to get start breezing to try to see if we can fix this crap. Desmond says Tony has to prove he's the same player after injury, which I don't see. That's what Desmond Johnson said. Appreciate you, Desmond Johnson, for your honesty. Maybe is well. Let me see. Boom. Oh, I can't even, it's not even letting me do the chats. I don't know what the hell is going on with this. I'm not going to refresh it because I'm scared. All right, what's up, Brian? He says, NFL draft is holding fierce runner backs to get a job because the running back is so deep in the draft this year, and the draft is deep in tight end this year. You know what, man? Deep, listen to me. Deep doesn't actually mean that they're going to be good when they get in the NFL, though. Deep just means there's a lot of them at that position. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can only remember one draft where it was like a deep at a position and it actually translated. And that was the draft when you had CeeDee Lamb and Jefferson and Jerry Jeudy all come out, that season. That was only the season that I've ever seen where people have said that it was deep at a position and all those players actually turned out to be actually productive players in the NFL. That typically doesn't happen in the NFL. A lot of, just because there's a lot of tight ends in the NFL that are athletic, you know what I'm saying, don't actually mean that they're going to translate into them actually being good players. Like, I don't believe that why replace a proven weapon to do what? You should always be upgrading your team. Somebody said draft running back Bijan Robinson. I think we've talked about that enough. I don't believe Bijan Robinson is going to be there at 26. I don't believe he's going to be there at 26. So, I think that, if you're going to get him, I think that's going to be a situation where you're definitely going to have to go up and get him. He says when Schultz wasn't playing, other tight ends made plays all year. That's not true, Corn Pop. That's not true. But I'm going to tell you, in your mind, it feels like they did. In your mind, it feels like he did. But that's not true. Because listen to me, Dalton Schultz had more stats combined than both of them put together. Like, think about that. So how is that even possible? Like, what are you guys actually looking at? Like, listen to me. I'm a Cowboy fan. I want to believe in these guys as much as you guys are believing in them. But I don't know where this film at that you guys see of these guys, bruh. And then the crazy thing that is amazing to me is you see limitless plays from Ferguson and you were excited. You seen plays in the playoffs just 2 months ago. Dalton Schultz scored 3 touchdowns in the playoffs just 2 months ago, and you don't remember none of that. He's average. He scored 1 touchdown versus the number 1 ranked defense in all of football, but he's average. I mean, that's crazy to me. 3 of the touchdowns he scored came from your quarterback. Like a lot of the stuff, like, listen to me, a lot of you guys are backed into corners with your decisions that the Cowboys have made, and you're saying you support it because you know you don't have a choice. You do have a choice. You can be just like West Coast and be like, yeah, I don't agree with this. You think they might draft a tight end from Utah? I'm going to be honest with you. I don't believe the Cowboys are going to draft any tight end in the first round. I don't believe they're going to, because, to be honest with you, at this point, it wouldn't really make sense, because all you're doing is heaping more inexperience on inexperience. At the tight end position in football, the most valuable trait a tight end can have is experience, bro. Tight ends listen to me. Tight ends barely run routes in the NFL. You want to know why? Because they're basically just finding holes in the defense and sitting and catching the ball, bro. Like, you got to be a really smart dude, especially in a West Coast offense where it favors the tight end. Like, this is my thing. If you feel so strongly in Ferguson, why not give Dalton Schultz the same deal that the Houston Texans just gave him, and let these guys develop another year? At least do what you did with Tony Pollard. Like, we didn't even do this with Tony Pollard. Like, Tony Pollard at least was balling before we just said, hey, you can take on this role. Like, we didn't even do this with CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb was looked at as a perennial top receiver at some point. Bro, these dudes are not even looked at as starters right now. They're still trying to prove that they can be a starter. Then can they be a good starter? Like, this doesn't make sense. This is backwards, bro. Dalton Kincaid, I'm sorry. I've looked at what I've looked at on him. You know, Cowboys, listen to me. Cowboys ain't drafting no tight end in the first round. You know what I'm saying? Listen to me. If you think that Dalton Schultz isn't a good fit in a West Coast offense, you do not know offense at all. I'm going to tell you this right now. Listen to me. Think about the 49ers, okay? What is the most famous play that a 49er made on a Dallas Cowboy? Was it made by Jerry Rice, or was it made by a tight end? I'm just thinking. The most famous play. So for some of y'all folks to be like, oh, in a West Coast offense, what are you talking about, bro? Like, what are some of y'all talking about? What are you talking about? In a West Coast offense, your damn tight end is like your second most important weapon. Listen to me. Dalton Schultz is not great. Listen to me. He don't have to be great. You want to know why? Because where can you get it? Listen, Ferguson's not great. That's the mathematics that I'm trying to get to you guys. You guys are out here trying to diminish Dalton Schultz, but you're replacing a guy that's not even that. How can you say, oh, yeah, Dalton Schultz, there's nothing special to him? Dalton's been in the league 5 years. Exactly. So why would you want to replace that? That doesn't make any sense. Like, what are we talking about, bro? We are not trying to, there is no team in the NFL. Think about this. Kansas City, they have what? Seasoned veteran tight end play. The Philadelphia Eagles, What do they have? Seasoned veteran tight end play. The 49ers, what did they have? Seasoned veteran 49 tight end play. Who's another good team that was in the playoffs this year? Like, what are we talking about, bruh? The teams that y'all say y'all want to be have a freaking damn good tight end who's also a veteran. They don't have tight ends that are trying to figure it out, bruh. Like, what are we talking about? The 49ers don't have a guy trying to figure out if he can make it. What? They have an established tight end. What are we talking about? Think about right now. The Cowboys probably have the worst tight end room in at least the conference, because the Eagles have a better tight end room than us. The freaking Giants have a better tight end room than us. Like, I'm just being real with you. Y'all be talking about, oh, he's not Kittle. He's not Kittle. Well, guess what? Kittle's mom only had one of them. So nobody's Kittle. Travis Kelce only had, his mama only had, she had 2 sons, but only one. She only had one. Like, he only had one. She only had one. You can't compare Dalton Schultz to Travis Kelce because there's only one Travis Kelce. So for you to say he's not Travis Kelce, that makes me believe that you can go get a Travis Kelce. And I'm going to be honest with you. If you're not replacing Dalton Schultz with Travis Kelce, then why are you replacing him? Because Ferguson damn sure ain't Kelce. Like, you guys' math, that's what I'm saying. The math that people put behind this doesn't freaking make sense. So Schultz, Hall of Fame, we can't replace him. I'm arguing Dalton Schultz, and I get it solid, but he's not winning us the game. That's not true, Desmond. That's not true. Dallas Cowboys had 6 passing touchdowns in this playoffs, and guess what? Dalton Schultz caught 3 of them. I need you to backtrack that. I need you to backtrack that, boy. We only threw 6 passing touchdowns in the entire playoffs. Dalton Schultz caught 3 of them. So what is you talking about? You telling me 3 touchdowns? You telling me those 2 touchdowns against Tampa Bay didn't help us beat them? Those can't. That didn't help us. That didn't help us. You guys see what you guys do? Oh yeah, but Dalton Schultz is not help. What? He didn't help us. Them 14 points didn't help us. Okay. Listen to me. Dalton Schultz isn't the problem. You guys are the problem. The level of appreciation that we have for players, and I'm gonna tell you what it is. You guys always desire somebody else. You guys are like, listen to me. You guys are like, some of you guys are like a man that's married you're never satisfied with what you got, bruh. Like, you're never satisfied. You're not satisfied with what you got. And guess what? It's not your woman's fault. It's your fault. It's your fault. Like, you got, oh yeah, she's not my lady. She's not Kim Kardashian. If you walked up to your homeboy and said, yeah, man, I'm getting rid of my girl. Why? Because she's not Kim Kardashian. Like, what? She's not Beyonce, bro. Bro's going to be like, bro, there's only one Beyonce and Jay-Z's married to her. Yeah, I know, but like, she's not like Beyonce though, you know? You know what I mean? They're going to be like, yeah, but there's only one. Nobody can be Beyonce except for Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Next man up wasn't good coming out of college. We made him come on now for real. Next man up works in high school. Like, listen to me. Next man up is a high school term. That is a high school team. They're not talking about no next man up in the NFL. You know what they call free agency. Get out of here, boy. The next man up. The next man up. Oh, my God. Bruh, no. In the NFL, it's called free agency. You don't do next man up. The next man, slap yourself. No, I don't want the next man. I want the best man up. It's called best man up. What's your opinion on why they let him go? They didn't let him go. They didn't sign him. I'm going to keep it real. Lord, forgive me. I don't claim to understand a lot of the stuff that Jerry Jones do because I don't speak crazy. I can somewhat understand it and slightly read it, but my crazy is not good. I got to work on my crazy. Some of the stuff they do is just flat out crazy, and I don't get it. Like, to be honest with you, I'll never understand why they traded Amari Cooper. They can tell me why they did it. They can tell me how they did it. But I'll never actually understand. Like, I'll never rationally be like, okay, it makes sense now. I get it now. It makes, okay, Jerry, I get it now. I'll never have that moment of clarity. Never. You know what I'm saying? Schultz is not elite. He don't got to be elite. There's only like 3 tight ends in all of football. The question is, Los Cole, can you go get an elite tight end? You guys like to tell me what Schultz is while replacing him with someone who's not that either. Schultz is not elite. Okay, Ferguson isn't either. He isn't either, but you're okay with trading for that. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. Dak Prescott, listen to me. It's crazy because in a season where Dak threw 15 interceptions, you get rid of his tight end. That makes no freaking sense, bro. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. I'll be like, God damn, y'all motherfuckers just hate me, right? 2 years in a row, you get rid of one of Dak's major weapons. Like, Dak, you're gonna show us you're a goddamn good quarterback or not. Like, why do y'all got to take something from Dak every single year? Every single year, Dak loses something. Every year. Lost Dez, lost Jason Witten, Jason left, but they got rid of Dez, they got rid of Zeke. Like, every year, bro, they get something, bro. Dak is like the only quarterback that his own team takes from him every single year. Shit is crazy, bro. Like, Patrick Mahomes gets a new slot of weapons every year. Every level, every year, they walk in with a new suitcase, and they're like, hey, have y'all seen Pulp Fiction? Like, I feel like every year, Patrick Mahomes walks to the back of the truck, opens it up, and it's like, yeah, and it's just like this glowing effect, and he's like, this is what I get to play with this year? Oh, yeah, let's go. Like, that's Patrick Mahomes every single year. If you ain't watched Pulp Fiction, you ain't going to get that. It's just what it is, man. I'm 40, bro. I'm 40. You feel me? If you don't watch Pulp Fiction, you might not get that. Jake will be fine in that spot. No, he won't, Rashawn Jackson. No, he won't. No, he won't. No, he won't. You don't even have enough data to make that statement. You're making that statement because you want him to be okay, but you don't have enough statement to say that statement, and I don't have enough data to believe that statement. So no, he's gonna have to show me. I don't, as of today and until we get into football season, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. And guess what? I don't even give a damn about them being out there practicing with Dak. He better be. He better be. Hell, you mean? He better be. Bro, you got to replace 71 first downs. Out of here, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he better be. Like, y'all give a lot of credit for people doing their jobs, bro. Like, you don't go in Walmart and just start randomly shaking. Hey. Shaking, hey, man. Good job. Hey. My guy over there sweeping the floor. Damn good job, bro. You don't do that. You don't celebrate these dudes for doing their job, bro. That's your freaking job, bro. That's what you're getting paid to do. Let's go. He says, bring back Jason Williams. Richard said, that's a great analogy, bro. Which one was I talking about? Put it in the comment box. Let me know which one you was talking about. Which analogy is that? Great movie. That's a great analogy. Hey, Richard, what movie was that? Hey, we had 900 stars. Can we get to 2,000? At least $20. Can we get to $20? Hey, I got run the damn ball hats for everybody. Let's go. If you send 2,500 stars, that's the only caveat. Run the damn ball hats. I got them. Do you think we'll have as much confidence in these 2 tight ends? I don't know. What do you think? Do you think they have that much confidence in these 2 tight ends? I don't know. What you think, Benny? This is what I say, Benny. On my mama, Benny, I'm going to give you a real ass answer. I don't think the Cowboys know, and I'm going to tell you this right now. I don't believe that the Dallas Cowboys actually cared when they made that decision. Because if you did, you would not have. Dalton Schultz was his most thrown to target. That's not true, Ricky. Nice try, though. That's not even true. Nice try, though. Because his highest thrown weapon this year was actually CeeDee Lamb. Last year was CeeDee Lamb, and the year before that, in 2021, was actually Ezekiel Elliott. So, yeah, go check that. Dalton Schultz has never been his number 1 target. I just be knowing these random stats off the top of my head. I know, it's crazy. But you can Google this stuff, too. Anything I say, Google it, please. Please Google it. Please Google it. Please, everything I say, Google that shit, please. Because you're going to Google something and be like, damn, that boy West Coast was right, let him up. You know what I'm saying? Please Google it. Oh, the Pulp Fiction in the Walmart. Oh, yeah. You can't pay top dollar at every position. $9 million is not top dollar for a tight end. What is you talking about? That's not top dollar. There's tight ends making $15 million right now. Like, what is you talking about? $9 million for a tight end is not top dollar. That's not at all. That's not even top money. That's not even close to being top money. Think about this. We paid him $10 million last year. Technically, Dalton Schultz lost $1 million. West Coast is scared. Nah, I'm not scared because listen to me. I went to 9 games in the season. We won 4 games. How many games did you go to that season, Jonathan Handy? I'm just saying, COVID season. I got on record. I went to 9 games during COVID. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never scared, bro. Not even the cough stopped me from going to Cowboy games. So knock it off, bro. Definitely not true. Lamb was the most targeted thing. I don't know. Yeah, people just be making up stuff in the comment. Market is so dry for tight end this year. Exactly, Roy T, Texas. The market's so dry for tight ends this year, you could have easily gotten him back, bro. Like, you could have easily, bro. That's why, honestly, it makes no sense. Like, I know I bounce around a lot when I talk. It's all good. You just got to stay with me. That's why it makes no sense to pay. Why it made no sense to pay Tony Pollard on a franchise tag. Uh-oh. Somebody just blurped in on their bed. I think they did. What it do, man?
What's up, kid? What's up, you man?
Oh, man, you know how it is, just on here pissing folks off. But my daddy said it's better to be pissed off than pissed on, so I ain't tripping. What's up with you, man? I got Henny Demore in the building. What's up, boy?
Man, just living righteous, man. What you on here getting folks riled up about now, man?
Y'all country sons of... Oh, my God. Hey, introduce yourself, because I got something to show you, country mother...
Yeah, man. It's your boy Henny Demore reporting live from the liquor store. How's everybody doing tonight, man?
Well, we sipping on that high price cowboy content. You feel me? None of that cheap stuff that just say cowboy on the side of it. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna, hey, stop drinking that cheap stuff. It's gonna give you a goddamn headache.
Yeah, I feel you. So, like, I see a bunch of mixed reaction. Brian Kite, what's up with you, man? I see you, brother.
Crazy ass Brian.
Hey, man. So, folks saying some folks are upset that Schultz is gone. Some folks are happy. Listen. Regardless of how y'all feel about Dalton Schultz, like I'm the numbers guy, man. So when you look at raw numbers, raw production, let's take your feelings out. I know he done blocked a bunch of y'all on social media, right? All this other mess. But if you look over the past 2 seasons, he's fifth in touchdowns at his position, 6th in yards, 4th in receptions, right? So that's top 5 tight end production. So, just based on the numbers, I know that y'all are down on him because he's not the athlete that some of these other tight ends are. But, like, you listen, you can't be average and be top 5 in your position in statistics. That's not how that works, right? Because y'all are saying he's an average athlete. That's what y'all are equating that to. He's not the fastest. He's not going to jump out the gym or any of the other mess. But you can't be average and put up top 5 numbers.
Facts.
It doesn't work like that. So, like, you are what your production is.
Facts. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I'm gonna read off you guys the highest paid running backs and why this curve is crazy. The highest paid running back in Dallas in the NFL right now is Derrick Henry, sitting at sitting at $10.5 million. Nick Chubb at 10.8. Then you got Dalvin Cook. Man, this dude, listen to me. God dang, Tony Pollard right now is a top 10 paid running back in football right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's the ninth. He's the ninth highest paid running back. So the Dallas Cowboys literally went from the second highest paid running back in football to the ninth, and one is on a guaranteed contract.
Well, dang, that's crazy.
But go ahead, man. I know we was talking about Dalton Schultz, not Dalton. We was talking about Dalton Schultz, and I had already brought that up, so that's why I was reading on it.
Nah, you good, kinfolk. But yeah, man, like, nah, like, if you want to say that, you want to say that he's not the athlete, that you think can fit into this scheme, right? You want to say that he's not an inline tight end, things like that. That's cool. That's a different conversation. saying that somebody is average when they outplay everybody else at their position, except for the top guys that y'all love and y'all know y'all can't get. That's a different talk. Michael said he would let TP walk as well. That's a different conversation as well. Like we could have got TP, for
I wouldn't let him walk, but I sure would have
I
freaking
wouldn't have gave him the franchise
cheap.
tag.
Yeah, I would have got him for cheap. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Matt Batten with the $5 super chat. Yeah, I wouldn't have. I definitely wouldn't have. And Dalton Schultz can block. Ping, I don't know where y'all be getting this stuff from. This he can't block. What play? Like what game? Tell me what game. Tell me what game that you guys are talking about.
He's improved as a blocker.
Like,
he wasn't a
what
great blocker.
player are you talking about?
He wasn't a great blocker when he came into the league, but he has definitely improved as a blocker year after year. Like that's part of player development.
Yeah. All right, man. So what are your thoughts on the rookies, man? What are your thoughts on the rookies coming in and one of them possibly taking the opportunity to be the starting tight end for the Dallas Cowboys? And I'm gonna tell you, whoever gets this starting job is literally gonna get it by default.
Well, this is the thing. Like you have to hope, that they come in here and they develop. Right, because like I said, you're losing top 5 production. Some of y'all may not think he's a top 5 tight end. Like I said, but you look at the production last 2 years, he gave you top 5 production. So you can't be mad at anything that Dalton Schultz did. But I am going to say this: I went back and I looked at the numbers for the tight ends. Right when Mike McCarthy won his Super Bowl, they weren't spectacular. Then I also went back and looked at the numbers for the tight ends in Brian Schottenheimer's system in Seattle. They weren't spectacular. So I'm not really sure how much of a focus the tight end position will be, because when I go back and I look at the numbers from his system, it's a bunch of wide receivers, getting 1,000 yards, getting 800 yards, and then there's a tight end that down like 6 on the team in yards at like 300 or 400 yards. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to be expecting in this passing offense from a tight end anyway. But what I do need from these tight ends, I need them to get open, move the stick, get first downs, and be serviceable enough in the run game, when blocking. Like they don't even have to be featured. I don't know if they'll be featured, but I need them to do the basic things and do it consistently.
Facts, man. And because I'm gonna tell you this right now, like that's one thing that we cannot have a drop off at. You know what I'm saying? Like that's one thing that we cannot have a drop off, because I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. If these tight ends can't be what you guys believe they're so gonna have to be, listen to the tight end is gonna be one of them situations where it's so heavily used in our offense where if they don't know within a month that these guys can do it, I don't think they'll wait and do a whole season of it, because the tight end position is so incremental. Like that's one thing I love about this is in the West Coast offense, you're going to know immediately. You're going to know really quickly if this is going to work or not. This isn't like a wide receiver and you're like hoping these guys can get open. Like you're going to know pretty damn fast if it's going to work or not.
Yeah, you'll know for sure. But there are ways to supplement it, right? Because that is one of the reasons why I'm very happy that they brought in a Brandon Cooks, right? Because if your tight ends are not productive in the pass game, then you can go to more trips and you can still run the stretch play to the opposite side. So maybe you lose some of your heavier packages, but you will add more speed on the field. So it's just really really schematical right now. From schematical standpoint, what they want to do in the run game and the pass game, and how they want to marry that. So if you can't rely on your tight ends to at least duplicate some of the things that Dalton Schultz did, right, then you probably have to go to more traditional West Coast concepts. Now, in Schottenheimer, like he likes to use the tight ends. Like his West Coast offense, it's still run. His West Coast offense is run heavy. Like when Bill Walsh brought into the league, it was a very pass dominant concept. But what you see what the Rams do over there, like Sean McVay, what you see what what Schottenheimer did in Seattle, they married the West Coast offense with a power run game. They married it with the stretch plays. So we'll see. Like they might still be able to implement that if they're good enough if they're good enough run blocking tight ends. But if they lack in the as pass catchers, right? Then you might, like I said, you might see a couple more bunch sets on some of these. You might see single back with trips to the right or trips to the left instead of just seeing the traditional 12 personnel packages.
Yeah, and I mean, and I'm gonna tell you this right here. Everybody's saying the Cowboys. It's crazy because you have a lot of people saying that, oh, with this, with the Cowboys not signing Dalton Schultz, this means they're gonna draft a tight end in the first round. Well, think about this: if they draft a tight end in the first round, you know what that means? They're saying they don't believe in Ferguson and Hendershot. Because if you draft a guy that's going to be here in the first round, he's going to have a contract that's bigger than both of them, and he will have a contract that's going to keep him here longer than both of them.
So then think about this. Contract for 5 years.
And then think about this: if you draft a tight end in the first round, it makes more sense to make him the starter than Ferguson, because you have more invested in him. What's up, Amp Sports? It makes way more sense to invest. Like, that's why I said, like, if you go get a tight end in the first round, you're definitely saying that you're not invested in Ferguson and Hendershot, because that's who you would be your starter. Roy says traditional West Coast offense. You had the Niners with Dwight Clark, Joe Montana, Brent Jones with Steve Young, etc. etc. That's why I be trying to tell these. That's why I be trying to say, man. Like, that's why I be trying to say, like, there's so many like ESPN Cowboy fans, man. Like, there's all these goodbye Schultz. Then I'm about to go wish, like, all these ESPN Cowboy fans, bro. Like, I can tell you get your count, because, bro, if you are really saying that, bro, real person saying goodbye to 3 touchdowns in the playoffs, like, that message is just amazing to me how quickly you guys forgot that, bro.
Yeah, he came through, man. Like, I know a lot of people are upset about the last game, but Dalton Schultz was a big reason that you were able to beat the brakes on Tom Brady now. Like, he played a big part in that. So I don't understand, like, the disdain for Dalton Schultz. Like, I understand some of y'all be on social media. He blocked the hell out of folks, and I guess he noticed people say he thin skinned, but they ain't got nothing to do with him on the football field. Like, he goes out there and produces on the football field.
Somebody said that we always have good transition between tight ends. You want to know why? Because we let the guy behind him develop. This is the first time we've ever done this. We've never done it this way. So no, we've never just given a guy the job. No, we haven't. Even after Jason Witten retired and we drafted Dalton Schultz, guess what we did? The very next year, we brought him back. We brought freaking him back. And you had Joff Swain, who was a veteran tight end.
Blake Jarwin
at the team. Joff Swain, y'all don't remember him because guess what? He went to Jacksonville and got paid. And listen to me. If you bring in a pure pass, If you bring in a pure pass blocking tight end, you know what they know what he's on the field? Pass blocking. Like, defenses are really smart. That's why I say if you run a 2-back system, you can't just have one back that only does this and one back that only does that. Why? Because they're going to pay attention to that, and they're going to know when you're doing that and when you're not doing that. So it's kind of hard to just have a tight end that only comes in and pass blocks, because guess what you just did to the defense? It's called keying the defense. You just keyed the defense to what you're going to do. Go ahead.
Very true. Nah, you said it correctly, man. So the only thing, and listen, at this point, you're just gonna have to hope and believe in player development. Like, you're just gonna have to hope and believe in player development at this point. So, like, we went about it this way. So now that it's done, like, you can't put that genie back in the bottle. He's out the door. He's in a different uniform. You just gotta hope that these guys that they swear up and down that they believe in can actually do the things that they hope that they can do. And it is what it is at this point. Double R, I see you, brother. I appreciate you. So yeah, so like at this point, and I listen, I don't want to go out and draft, a tight end high. I think there's more value in the draft over tight end. Like, even the guy that y'all love, Travis Kelce was in a high pick, right? George Kittle was a 5th round pick. Darren Waller was a low pick. So, like, all these guys that come in and actually do develop into these tight ends y'all like, they're not the high tight end prospects that everybody say you can't hit on. OJ Howard was supposed to be a generational talent, and he's bouncing around teams, right? The boy out there in Atlanta, like, he has played more snaps at wide receiver than he has at tight end. So, like, all these supposed can't miss tight end prospects supposed to be the next great thing. Woo. Like, 9 times out of 10, they're misses. So I would rather, just go get somebody with some good tape later on in the draft. Right? Like, listen, the guys y'all like right now, Ferguson was a 4th round pick and Hendershot was undrafted. So, you ain't got to even go and use a quality pick to get a tight end.
Oh my God. Listen to me. I've read literally 2 articles on Kincaid, 2 scouting reports, and they all say this: the majority of Kincaid's area of improvement pertains to the blocking element of the tight end position. He's only been playing tight end since 2017. That explains it.
So what was he before?
Probably a wide receiver. From a physical prospect, the 6'4", 240 pound is the biggest prospect at the position. While size alone shouldn't determine a major candidacy, the negative impact of the size can. The Utah tight end lacks an overall physicality to his game. Without the request of strength to take one bigger, stronger front 7 players, he can easily be shocked or contact fail to hold his or falling holds to the ground with some regularity. A lack of strength and physicality can migrate by technical proficiency. However, there are some clear areas of improvement here. Kincaid regularly misses with hand placement and timing, giving opponents a clear advantage. With task with blocking motions, there are examples of Utah time simply missing his assignment and finding himself on the ground.
So he can't block.
You want to replace him with another? Listen, this is another scouting report. It says reasons. It says reasons to buy in: outstanding ball skills, body control, and competitive toughness. And he's great. He was used in college to primarily translate to the NFL. His top reasons for concern: very first thing, modest appeal as an inline blocker.
We love you too, Matt. There ain't no words.
That's scouting report number 2. Scouting number 4. Let's see what scouting report number 3 says.
What's up, Donald Holmes? We'll see you, brother.
Biggest weakness, run blocking. Surprisingly, I cannot find any videos of Kincaid run blocking on Twitter, so you are going to have to take my word for it. He does not maintain his blocks very long in the running game, move, or getting his body in the way. On-side running plays, he often overseats himself to outside. Oh, my God. Yeah, man. Yeah. Everybody's like, I seen him on tape. I like what I seen.
Shit, the annual landlord said we watched tape on him. He wasn't impressed.
What was your thoughts on Kincaid when you watched the film?
Basic. Like y'all listen, y'all talk about Dalton Schultz. That's who I saw. Like they got the same first name. Like they might be brothers the way they looked out there. What's up with your friend Cartwright? And listen, I'm not saying that the boy can't play, but like I already seen Dalton Schultz, be productive at the NFL. I'm not finna go and spend a premium pick on somebody, that I don't think is special. He ain't out there moving like Darren Waller. He ain't out there moving like Travis Kelce. So like, yeah, like listen, y'all say Dalton Schultz ain't special. I wouldn't use a first round pick on Kincaid. He ain't out there moving like those other tight ends y'all say y'all love.
Yeah, and I'll tell you this right here. For all y'all folks that keep on saying he's more athletic, we don't care about athleticism. There are more listen to me. The most athletic tight end in college football is not going to get drafted first because most of the time as a tight end, you're not being athletic. You know what you're doing? Your ass is on the line, pass blocking and run blocking. So nobody cares if he's more athletic than him. Who cares? Who cares that he's faster than him? Who cares? The tight ends aren't even catching passes half the time. Most of the time, a tight end is pass blocking or run blocking. They're so just getting rid of somebody because he's more athletic. What does that mean? Like, what does that mean? That doesn't mean anything.
Hey, shout out to Kevin Calloway for the $5 donation, man. I appreciate you for the love and support, my guy. Thank you. But yeah, like, listen, it's not all about the measurables, right? Because listen, it's just like wide receivers. Y'all fall in love with the guy that can run a 4.2, but they can't catch AIDS at a whorehouse.
Facts. Right? Or y'all are in love with Darnell Washington, who has all these athleticism, but wasn't even a starting tight end in college, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
Like Darnell Washington was not even the starting tight end. You want to know why you guys like him? Because because of the combine and because of the comments and stuff that's been put around him. You guys didn't know about Darnell Washington at Georgia.
Right. And listen,
what did he do in the national championship game? When did you guys watch Darnell Washington? Nobody has probably watched an actual game and been like, oh, yeah, that's Darnell Washington. Because he was not even the starting tight end in Georgia.
I got a better one for y'all. Y'all wasn't talking about athleticism with Jason Witten. Y'all love Jason Witten. Jason Witten couldn't outrun me.
But athleticism didn't matter.
Yeah, like Jason Witten had over 10,000 yards as a tight end just because he knew how to get open. He knew about coverages, right? All the other nice stuff. So like, I'm just saying, like, man, like athleticism isn't everything. Hell, Jerry Rice only ran a 4.7.
Ham Sports says, I'm a Georgia fan, bro. I knew. Well, man, all y'all real Georgia fans, please let these folks know. Please let these folks know. Darnell Washington wasn't even a starting tight end. But the reason why you guys love him is because you were sold upon him at the combine. That's why I'm saying a lot of you, like, listen to me. You got to actually go watch these dudes, bro. Like, don't trust these ESPNs. Don't even trust West Coast. Henny, go find it out for yourself, man. I tell y'all, everything I say, Google that shit, please.
He said he didn't like Twinkle Toes in the NFL career. He was a progress stopper. I blame the Joneses. I'm not mad, Amp. I guess I don't know. Are you talking about Witt? He said he was a technician in route running. Yeah, Witt was a route technician.
Said that's a different breed. Jason Witten's a Hall of Famer. You're talking about Jason Witten after he played. Dalton Schultz is still playing. The Quince, you have made yourself out to be a clear hater. Bro, you're talking about a dude at the end of his career versus a dude that is still currently playing. And there's nothing basic about Dalton Schultz. And if that is the case, why did only 4 guys outplay him this year?
Well, last 2 years.
Like at worst, Dalton Schultz is a top 10 tight end. At worst. Even if you don't like him, at worst. Who's a better blocker than Ruben? Ruben says Schultz was a horrible run block. Okay. Who's a better running? Is Kittle a better run blocker than him?
All right, let's talk about things that actually matter, like touchdowns, right? So listen, last 2 seasons, these are the tight ends that have more touchdowns than Dalton Schultz. Kelsey, Kittle, Knox, Andrews.
Say that slow one more time for all the people who think that athleticism means that they're just going to score a whole bunch of touchdowns. But don't forget about John Ross, who ran a 4.2 and couldn't catch nothing. You know what I'm saying? All this athleticism, but can't really do nothing in the NFL.
So listen, so peep this. These are the tight ends that were more productive in touchdowns the last 2 seasons. Kelsey, Kittle, Knox, and Andrews. And these last 2 guys, Knox only had 2 more touchdowns. Andrews only had 1 more touchdown, right? So that means, right, Dalton Schultz top 5 in touchdowns. He had more touchdowns than T.J. Hockenson, Hunter Henry, Zach Ertz, Tyler Higbee, Gerald Everett, Noah Fant, Evan Ingram. Like all these other guys, Dallas Goedert outplayed them, right? Last 2 seasons, 5th in touchdowns. So let's go to yardage, right? Let's look at the yardage of his position. Let me get that pulled up real quick for y'all. You know, we're just talking production. Like I ain't talking about 40 times. I ain't talking about.
Somebody said Kittle's a better blocker than Dalton Schultz. How you know that, Jonathan? How you know that? Listen to me. Listen to me. A mansion has a higher ceiling. You don't listen to me. You don't replace somebody because of a ceiling is dictated upon you. You guys are using. Listen. You want to know why you guys are using words like ceiling and that they're going to be this product. You want to know why? Because you don't know. That's why you guys are using all these words and not actual stats.
Okay. So
this
is yardage. So last 2 seasons, these are the only tight ends with more yards. Kelsey, Andrews, Kittle, Goddard, and Hockenson. Schultz has the same amount of yardage as Pitts, so y'all swear up and down there's a generational tight end. He has more yardage than Tyler Higbee, Evan Ingram, Zach Ertz, Noah Fant, Hunter Henry, Dawson Knox, Njoku, who got a big old bag, Gerald Everett. So all the other guys that he's actually less athletic than he has more receiving yards than them, right? Outside of like the elite of the elite. All right. So let's look at receptions, right? Most receptions in the last 2 seasons at that position.
Somebody said Jason Witten was slow. You saying Fergie or Hendershot can't be trusted. I'm saying, Juan, you don't even know Fergie or Hendershot, bro. You don't know Fergie or Hendershot. You don't know that dude well enough to be giving him a nickname, Fergie. You don't even know him, bro. He had 17 total catches, bro. Like, y'all are smoking crack, bro. You guys are saying what you need to say to make you feel good when you sleep at night. I'm the boogeyman. I'm the Dallas Cowboy boogeyman that's going to smack you in the face and make you go to sleep and realize that tomorrow when you wake up, your ass is still going to be broke. You know what I'm saying? I'm the Dallas Cowboy boogeyman. Nah, bro. You don't even have you. He has not done enough to deserve. No, we need to stop doing this. Every single year we try to. Every single year we replace known talent with people that you hope will be as good as the person you replace. That's dumb. That is dumb.
Okay.
Dalton Schultz is a top 10 tight end. Prove me wrong. Name me 9. DeQuintus Hampton, name me 9 tight ends that are better than Dalton Schultz right now, statistically, not in your opinion.
I mean, he can't because I'm actually
I
giving.
know he can't. I'm going to mute him for 15 minutes if you can't, though.
No, listen, let him be, because I gotta get through this. So,
hey, he. All right, anybody that says Dalton Schultz is not top 10, name top 10 statistically. Name
easily,
10. Name
yeah.
9. Name 9.
All right, so this is receptions. These are the only tight ends that have more receptions than him in the last 2 seasons. Kelsey's Andrew Hawkinson, right? That means he had more catches than Kittle, Higbee, Frumoff, Ertz, Ingram, Noah Fant, Goddard, Everett, Gesicki, Knox. So yeah, so like I just gave y'all the statistics, right? There's only a handful of tight ends that have more touchdowns. There's only a handful of tight ends that have more yards, and there's only a handful of tight ends that had more receptions. So like everything that actually matters, right? Because blocking, right? It sounds good, but I bet you if you had a tight end that could only run block and couldn't catch a lick, y'all would hate the
You wouldn't
mug.
care.
You would hate him. You would hate him. So what I'm saying though is that he was a damn good tight end, and you have no idea if these guys that y'all are replacing him with can even fill his shoes. Like the two of them together might not give you the same production that he gave you. That is the point we're trying to make.
In New England, and listen to me, a Saints fan just said 100% top 10. Would love to have Schultz in New England. I mean, in New Orleans, he's a red zone mismatch. Yeah.
Zach Ertz. Not the last 2 seasons. You living in the past. Zach Ertz can't even stay on the field.
Zach Ertz has not been better than Dalton Schultz. DeQuince, you just got yourself 15 minutes. There you go. Randomly hating. There you go. We'll definitely get you 15 minutes. Hey, hold up. Put in timeout. There you go. I got him. He got to go to timeout for 15 minutes. Go ahead.
Yeah, he talked about Zach Ertz from back in the day because Zach Ertz, lost his job to another tight end. So
like what? Zach Ertz? He just pulled that out of it. He literally just pulled that out of his hat. He says, I never said that. Whatever I said, we troll. Samuel Rowe, what's that? Schultz is a top 10 tight end or sources and scarce in the NFL. And it's Joey says, I want to see what he can do. Okay. My feet stink. I heard that. Okay, that's what's up. Let's see what we got in last comments before we get up out of here, my boy. It says good points. It says it's my key. Kittle is the best blocking tight end. He is, but can you go get Kittle?
And listen, like y'all could be bringing up these he only had 577 yards and 5 touchdowns. Right, he missed 2 games and he was still look at tight. Matter of fact, let me pull up the tight end production for last year just by itself. Right, because I'm not comparing him to wide receivers and stuff. We're just gonna compare that one position. Right. So let's look at most touchdowns by tight ends 2023 or 2022. Let's see.
What we can do now is hope the tight ends we have can step up. That's the only thing we can do. We too quick to tag folks. It shows we haven't had someone to work cap throughout the years, then use the tag every year and use it to overpay consecutive years for failing to evaluate the market before using. Damn, that's a good comment, DP.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He was tied for 6 most tight ends. 6 most touchdowns by a tight end. So even though he missed time, he still had the same amount of touchdowns as Mark Andrews, Zach Ertz, Evan. He had more than Evan Ingram. He had the same as Gesicki. So he did good. He only had 1 less touchdown than Dawson Knox and TJ Hawkinson.
And he missed 2 games.
And he missed 2 games. So the problem is, like y'all want, Travis Kelce and George Kittle production when there's only 2 of them in the league.
Everybody wants their production. Like, it's ridiculous, bro. That's like telling your girl she's not pretty every day because she's not Beyonce. Like, what?
Let's see. Let's take a look at yards, right? Yards by tight ends in 2020. How many yards do you guys have? Dalton Schultz is still top 10 in that category too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, he was ninth at his position in receiving yards despite missing multiple games. So he was still top 10 at his position in receiving yards, even though he missed time. So y'all see these yardages and these touchdowns, and y'all be thinking about wide receiver production. If that was a wide receiver, it would be bad, but he has more, to do than actually just
Hey,
go out there and catch passes.
real quick, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm gonna block somebody on YouTube. I ain't even gonna block you. I'm gonna educate you, and then I'm gonna let you sit in your own shit, right? I ain't never in my life want someone to fail. Don't get mad at me because I say the truth, bruh. Like, listen to me. My track record on the stuff that I've told y'all that was correct will hold weight on anything. If you new around these parts, then just be new around these parts. Sit back, shut up, and close your mouth. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't never listen to me. I told everybody in the comment box today to put in the comment box. What did I tell him, Henny?
Oh, said that West Coast was wrong.
I told everybody in the comment box to put in the comment box, I hope West Coast is wrong. You want to know why? Because I hope I'm wrong. You feel me? I ain't wishing no ill. And guess what? I believe in Jesus, man. I don't believe in wishing no ill will on nobody. This is a football game. Slap yourself, bro.
Michael, the same reason that CJ Gardner.
Listen to me. I have enough things that I've said I was correct on that I could just be like, I told you so. Like, when I spent a whole year telling you guys don't pay Michael Gallup and they did it anyway. Yeah, I told you so. Like, I can still hold my nuts on that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so like Michael, right? The markets on a lot of players are crazy. Like did not the leading rusher get tagged on a 1-year deal for $10 million? Did not CJ Gardner Johnson, who was like second in the league in interceptions, take a 1-year prove it deal? Like the market is crazy this year for all positions. They're undervaluing all the positions right now.
I feel like the NFL owners are doing this shit on purpose, bro. Because have you noticed that in a year where the cap goes up the most, they are trying to play less money at every position, bro?
Outside of quarterback. No matter what's going on, there are a couple things that are recession proof. Oh, the quarterbacks
and the weed man.
the weed man.
The weed man. Daniel Jones is a better quarterback than Dak. You want to know why? Because the money says he is.
Facts. That's what it says. They gave that man the same deal. I think they gave him more money because he got guaranteed. He got some incentives in his stuff. He can boost it over Dak Prescott contract.
Mm-hmm. But yo, man, let's shoot, man. I'm about to get up out of here, man. About to go up in here and check on these dogs, man. Fergie is the next Kelsey. Listen, Jay, so someone call. He had better be.
Yeah, Michael agreed with you though, but they out here trying to run down the market, and yes, like
he had better be. Like, listen to me. He had better be, because guess what? If he's not, think about this. If Ferguson just plays like Ferguson from last year, we're screwed.
Oh, wait a minute. DP said, "Hold on now." He called me out. He is right. He said he can name a 26-year-old MVP that can't get paid right now. So I guess even the quarterback ain't bulletproof this year.
I heard he turned down a 3-year, $30 million, then took $9 million. Dallas QB. Who'd you hear that from? Who told you that?
I saw the report, but no, this is the thing though. You remember, right? Because they reported this before, and then James Slater, who I respect a lot because he used to be on point with her stuff, came out and said it never happened.
Facts.
So once you call Wolf one time, and I know ain't nothing really go down, like I don't believe it the very next time I hear it. Like I gotta, like at this point, I don't even believe that they offered him a contract and he turned it down. Last time they said it was a lie.
Facts. Somebody said you podcasters act like you guys are the only ones who study game film. You know what? What we act like is we're the only ones who study game film, then come on here in front of 300-400 people and then talk about that film. That's it. So yeah, we're different. People have the right to think and choose what they want. Absolutely. And that's what's wrong with America today. And actually, you don't really you can pick and choose what you want, but you also got to have the consequences that come with it too. You know what I'm saying? Those are called opinions. Save your opinions for your show. You know what I'm saying? Over here, we're going to speak about facts. On March 20th, 2023, no tight end in this team has currently done anything to make you believe that he can be better than what you have right now. That's not true. That's not true. Now, we can all hope and pray, which I'm hoping and praying, but you haven't physically seen it. So if you haven't physically seen him, you guys can choose to have faith in him. I'm choosing not to have faith in him. Now, be able to educate your audience without calling them crack smokers. Dr. June JX, I'm gonna tell you, some of these folks, some of the stuff they say, they are smoking quack. That's not weed, bro. Weed don't make you think that a rookie with 17 catches and 2 touchdowns can replace a guy who scored that in the playoffs, bro. That's crack. That's definitely crack. And if it is weed, I will buy 2 ounces of it. Let me know where I got to send the money.
Real quick. Hey, Kelsey did say that about Ferguson, but you know what else? In 2018, Shannon Sharp compared hurt neck LVE to Brian Urlacher. He said that LVE with Brian Urlacher. So like people get it wrong, even if you're professionals.
Freaking Antonio Gates said that Rico Gathers could be the next him. Like I have that's a video. Listen to me. Go on my page right now. Type in Rico Gathers, Antonio Gates. Antonio Gates literally said that Rico Gathers reminds him of him. And that he can do things like him. So what are we saying, bro? Like, come on, bro.
Right.
Come on.
And listen, these are great players. I can't do what they did. But Michael Jordan can't build a team. Like he was the best basketball player in the world, and he's a horrible GM and owner. So just because they say different things about him, he said, "Why can't you just be positive about the tight ends? What are there to be positive about?"
No, you be positive. I'm not gonna be positive. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah, we'll just stating facts. Like we're not saying that they cannot develop. We just haven't seen it yet.
As of today. So what you're really saying is, West Coast, you should just make believe something in your ears and believe it. No, bro, I'm 40. I don't believe that there's gonna be an old white guy coming down my chimney. And if he does on Christmas, he gonna meet the boom bow. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe that. I'll believe it when I see it. I don't believe Santa Claus is real. I don't believe it's Santa. I don't believe it. And guess what? We are educating your audience. If I wasn't educating the audience, you wouldn't be here. Don't tell me what I've been doing this for 6 years, man. Y'all feel educated? I'm gonna ask you a question. Anybody raise your hand if you learned something today. Raise your hand if you learned something today. If you ain't learned nothing today, inbox me. I'll teach you something. But raise your hand if Dr. JX155 says that he doesn't feel like he's being educated. A lot of what you say, just saying things that educate your audience regardless of the crazy views. Let me know if you learned something today. I believe we did learn something today. Anybody learn something today?
I mean, I came in here and gave like face value numbers of his production over the last 2 years. A lot of y'all didn't know that he was putting up numbers like that. Y'all was in the chat calling him average when he was putting up top 5 numbers of his position. So I feel like I educated the audience and did my part.
Hey, guess what? Des Bryant also said James Washington was going to make this team. Remember that? I love Des, but Des was wrong about James Washington. And guess what that turned out to be? His workout, buddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen to me. Other players are always going to support other players. That's just what they do, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's just what they do. I trust Will McClay, 2 tight ends. I trusted. Guess what? You trusted. You don't even know what Will McClay's doing, man. Have you guys noticed that Will McClay gets all the shout out and love for everything that they're supposed to? But who got credit for Taco Charleston? Who gets credit for Kelvin Joseph? Oh, that was Jerry. that had to have been Jerry. Who decided to pick Kelvin Joseph over Asante Samuel, who had 3 interceptions in the playoffs? 1 game. Who gets credit for that?
We're gonna blame Dan Quinn. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that was Dan. That was Dan.
Listen, we blame it. We blame it Dan Quinn. Listen. Black History Month just ended. I'm gonna have to defend Will McClay a little bit longer.
Jeez, for real, bro. For real, man. For real. But hey, man, we about to get up out of here, man. We had a good time, man. Listen to me. This is called Cowboys Uncut for a reason. And the reason being is because we're going to keep it all the way gangsta and all the way uncut. You feel me? I'm going to tell y'all this right now, though. We will be live in the morning. So make sure you guys tune in first thing in the morning, 10 a.m. Cali time. We have a special show with Tony Casillas will be on in the morning, man. So make sure y'all tune in. It's going to be a great show. And we talking about all things cowboy with a cowboy great, you know what I'm saying? With a cowboy great, a guy who has 2 Super Bowls on his rings, you feel me? I mean, on his fingers, man. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. And make sure you guys tune in at 10 a.m. in the morning, man. Hayden, when you gonna be live again?
In the morning with y'all.
He says, get real. Nobody hits on everybody, but he has hit more misses. How do you know that, Juan? Juan, I want to know, Juan, before we get off in here. How do you know, Juan? Without you saying something smart or trying to get crazy with West Coast, I just want to know, non-aggressively. I want to know, how do you know which draft picks are Mike McCarthy or which ones are Will McClay's picks and which picks are not? How do you know? Did you know that Dak Prescott was a Jason Garrett pick? That's documented. But I want to know, how do you guys know? Like, we like to assume, listen to me, we all love Will McClay. Why? Because he's a black man working in a crazy situation. And we all know his yard is hard. Why? Because Jerry Jones is probably underestimating him. But my question is, how do you know? How do you know who is doing what? Except for if you just say, Will McClay's doing all the good stuff. Micah Parsons was definitely Will McClay. Okay, so then why wasn't Kelvin Joseph? Who wasn't Mike White? What about Ben DiNucci?
We're gonna blame that on. Listen, I don't even know who was here.
Like, come on, we're gonna blame exactly. Ben DiNucci.
I'm trying to look at somebody to blame. I ain't trying to blame my boy.
But I bet you, if you say who drafted Deron Bland, oh yeah, that was definitely Will McClay. That was definitely that has Will McClay. Deron Bland has Will McClay written all over it. Like, I know because you fall various sites. Juan, slap yourself, bro. The Cowboys, slap yourself, bro. Juan, I love you, man. You're a Cowboy fan, but that don't make no sense, bro. Come on, bro. They're putting out what? This is the pick that Will McClay went into the office and said, this is my pick. That's what they're saying. Because on every draft day video I've ever seen, you know who I see picking up the phone call? Jerry Jones. That's all I'm saying, man. But hey, man. Hey, I love y'all. I know it seemed like time we have hard conversations, but guess what? I got to have these same conversations with my kids sometimes. They call hard conversations. They call intimate engagements. You feel me? We're not fighting. We just having an intimate conversation. You feel me? That's just what it is. Sometimes it's always best. Remember this saying right here, man. This is what I live and die by. Wounds of a friend can be trusted. What does that mean? That means if your friend tell you your breath stink, go brush your teeth.
Well.
Wounds from a friend can be trusted. You know what I'm saying? I'm not an Eagles fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm a diehard Cowboy fan, just like you. And I won a Super Bowl just like you. I've already paid $250 to get my airplane ticket to fly to the draft. Like, literally. About to start talking to these guys about hotels. Matter of fact, I got to talk to you about that.
Yes, matter of fact, once we end this, just stay on the whatchamacallit. We had a conversation real quick.
Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? So that's I want y'all to know that, man. Like, I just want to win a Super Bowl now. Like, I want y'all to, I'm gonna just be honest with you. Like, that's my biggest problem. I want to win right now. Like, I don't care about being broke next year. I want to win right now. We can worry about that next year. You guys already know what it is. Never look down, put the stars up. Peace.
Peace.